Welcome back to the next session of Computer Assisted Part Programming or APT. Here we discuss about various motion commands or motion statements in APT. The motion command general format is shown over here. So it consists of a motion command and the descriptive data. The example is shown over here. Here the goto is the motion command and the descriptive data we can see that P1. So the command is like that. The tool has to move to, that is go to the next point, that is P1, it is defined. Another one is given us, that is from command and PTARG. And from command means it is actually used for initializing the tool position before starting an operation. And P target means this is the target point, that is the starting point in a operation. There are two kinds of motions under consideration in an APT, and that is, one is the point-to-point motions, especially in drilling operation, etc. We have to mention the point-to-point command only. So there we are using two types of commands, that is, one is go to, another one is go delta. And go to already explained, so from one point to, that is the from current point to the next point. So it can be represented as go to P2, that is the point 2 which is defined earlier, or otherwise we can give the coordinates of the point like this. So go to that point means that will be go to that point. Another one is go delta. Go delta is just like an incremental mode of giving the commands, and this is generally used for drilling operations. In contouring motion movements in APT, we use a number of APT vocabulary words to denote the direction. So this picture is showing how we are arriving at that kind of APT vocabulary words. So for that, this dotted lines shows that the previous tool position, and this one is the current tool position. So with respect to the previous position, if the tool is moving in the same direction, then we will use this word. This is go forward. This stands for go forward, and the just opposite is go back. And left of that one is go left, and right is go right, GORT. And go up is like this, and go down is like this, and all are explained over here. We can also define these contouring motions with respect to the surfaces. So there are three surfaces associated with the movement of cutter, and that is, one is the part surface. So part surface is the surface which is guiding the end of the tool. Okay, through this surface, the end of the or edge of the tool is moving. So that is one of the part surface. And the next one is the drive surface. So drive surface is nothing but through this surface, the side portion of the tool is guided towards in this direction. And finally, there is the check surface. So check surface is that is denoting the end of this tool movement. That means the tool has to stop when it reaches the check surface. Along with the check surface, we can have this APT vocabulary words like to, on, past, etc. So these pictures are showing the meaning of using to, on, and past. First, we will check the to. So if we are using this to along with the check surface definition, then it will whenever the end of the tool, edge of the tool meets the check surface, defined check surface, the tool has to be stopped. And on means it has to reach up to the center of the tool. And past means the tool has to completely pass that check surface, and if it is reaching like this, the rear portion of the tool is reaching the check surface, then the tool has to stop. And apart from these three, one more APT word we are using is tanto, that means tangent to. So we can, instead of a check surface, the check surface can be defined as a circle. So if we are defining check surface as a circle, then we have to use this tangent tool. So that means the tool has to reach at a point which is the tangent of that circle point to the line. Then the tool has to stop over here. And the simple program is showing the application of this motion commands. So it starts from PTRG. So PTRG will be defined earlier before starting the program. So this, in this program, it is defined as, this point is defined as the PTRG, that is the P target, and that is the starting location of the cutter. Okay. So initially we are defining that that tool has to start from the PTRG. Then next step, it has to go to L1 to PL2 to L3. That means L1 is this line that may be defined earlier. Then PL2 is this surface, that is the work surface. Then L3 is this line. So this means go to L1 to PL2 to L3 means it is we have to move the tool to a point which is actually meeting point of all the three, that is L1, PL2 and L3. So the tool will be reaching over here like this. This is the first command for the tool movement. Then second thing, we need to move the tool in this direction up to this point. So that is given over here. Then it is go right. So that means from here it has to move in the right direction. So this is a go right along L3. That is go right L3 means along. Go right L3 means it has to move through the right direction, right position of the L3. So this is the right side and this is the left side. So through the right side of L3 it has to move. Then past L4, it has to stop past L4. That means it has to cross this line L4. This is L4 and it has to cross this line L4 and then stop. Next in statements, we have the post processor and auxiliary statements. Out of this, we will consider the post processor commands first, or statements first, and this contains the speed feed definitions, then the cutter diameters, units, etc. So these are some examples. So unit bar mm means that is the units are in mm. Then intol 0.02, outtol 0.02 means these are the inward tolerances and the outward tolerances. And this is applicable when we are doing the circular interpolation. Then cutter 20 means the cutter diameter is 20 mm. Then spindle 1000 clockwise means spindle RPM. We need to rotate the spindle in 1000 RPM. That is the command given for spindle rotation in 1000 RPM, and that too in clockwise direction. And CCLW stands for the counterclockwise direction. More post-processor commands are or statements are explained here. That is spindle off for stopping the spindle. Then feed rate 40 IPM means the feed rate should be 40 inches per minute. Then rapid means that is the command for rapid traverse, that is stands for D00. Then coolant flood means switching on the coolant. Then load tool, actually this stands for loading the tool, that is selecting the tool. Tool number 1 has to be selected using this command. And then delay 30 means after finishing one operation we need to stop the operation or stop the machine for a delay of 30 seconds just for inspection or some other purposes. And finally the discussion on auxiliary statements. And the auxiliary statements are generally used for identifying the part program. And that is this is the part number, that is the first statement. That is part number means it is the program number. Sample plot part number 1 means this will be appearing on the screen. That is the part number 1 will be appearing. Then machine means the selection of machine, which machine we have to select. That has to be given with the letters like this, machine, MACHIN. Then CL print stands for cutter location print, which used to print out the cutter location sequences. If we need to print out need a printout, we can give this command in the program. Then a remark is used to insert explanatory commands, because one person is writing, and if you want to give an explanatory command, that is to convey others what he has actually the intention in which he has given that particular command. So the remark can be given. So if a remark is given that are not interpreted or processed by the APT processor, okay, that is only for information. Then fini is indicates the end of APT program. So all the programs at the end, we have to give this command, that is fini. That means that is the end of the program. So I am also writing fini to this session. Thank you.